Okay, so good morning everyone. So we are now on the topic activity-based costing. Okay, so activity-based costing is just focusing on the one item or item of the product cost, and that is overhead. Okay, we've got to solve on the previous chapters how to solve materials, okay, using the FIFO method and weighted average method. And we've got to solve direct labors. Okay, we identify it to monetary, non-monetary, and deferred amounts. And now, as to overhead, we are going to use uh, overhead problems using the ABC costing or activity-based costing and traditional costing. So in traditional costing class, we are going to solve product cost or the cost of the product based on direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. So direct labor, yung labor na-consume ng per department for that particular production. Okay? Pwede natin siyang i-divide on the outputs to get the direct labor per unit. While the direct materials, we are solving it using FIFO method of costing to get the raw materials used and the raw materials ending, and weighted average method. Okay? So, ayan. So, now we are on the activity-based costing, and let's focus more on the solving of the overhead. Okay? Sa traditional costing kasi, if we are going to use traditional costing, overhead usually is solved estimated. Okay? It was estimated based on direct labor, usually. Okay? So here, I have here a traditional costing problem. Ayan. So ang hinahanap niya is direct materials unit, direct labor per unit, at saka overhead per unit. So saan ba natin ito kukunin? So I have here a problem. So binigay naman, it was given on the problem, the direct materials per unit 800 for product A, and direct materials per unit for product B is 1,200. Same with the direct labor per unit, 200 and 360. Okay, for products A and B respectively. Okay, so if we could observe, overhead per unit is not given. That is why we need to solve for the overhead rate using the two approaches, activity-based costing and unit costing using traditional costing. Now, we have to forward it here, magkano yung materials ng A at saka B. For this problem, 800 at saka 1,200 for A and B. Okay natin. While the direct labor per unit is 200 and 360 for A and B. Okay, 360. Ayan. So, ang problema na lang natin is overhead unit. Now, okay, we have here additional information that the manufacturing overhead is applied at the rate of 150% based on the direct labor cost. As I said a while ago, when we are using traditional costing, nagbe-base siya on a certain particular. For here, it was based on the direct labor cost. Therefore, the overhead will be 150% of the direct labor. Now, here, the direct labor is 200 and 360, which is 150% higher. Okay? Pagdating dito sa overhead unit. So, paano ba natin siya i-solve? So, 200, multiply lang natin, times 1.50, representing the 150%. So, therefore, the overhead unit using the traditional costing is 300 pesos, which is 150% higher than the direct labor. Now here, in letter B or product B, okay, 360 multiplied by 1.50 or 150%, okay, which is 150% higher than the direct labor. So, ayan, total natin using this auto sum, okay, and, okay, product B, ayan. So, this will be the total product cost. This will be the total product cost, medyo na, tanggalin natin yung error. Ayan. This will be the total product cost of A and the total product cost of B. So, sa pagkuha lang natin ng overhead, nag-base lang tayo sa direct labor ng percentage, which in here, ang binigay is 150%. Now, we have new approaches in solving overhead unit kasi it is found to be inefficient allocation of overhead unit. Kasi nga, di ba, hindi naman usually based sa direct labor lang tayo magbe-base ng overhead. Usually we do that. But here, since it was found inefficient, kasi hindi kasi natin alam kung ano yung hindi kasi natin ma-align on the direct labor only kung ano yung activities na na-encounter ng product. Okay, mismo. Okay, after it was finished. So, here in ABC costing, we are going to allocate resources per product based on the activities that was encountered or nadaanan talaga ng per product. Okay, by using activity-based costing, mas efficient yung allocation ng overhead per unit natin at saka hindi siya somewhat overstated or understated since we based it sa activities and cost na na-encounter at nadaanan talaga ng per product. Okay, so let's continue the problem using A/B costing. Okay, we have here again the different given. So we have the direct materials. Ayan. We used that already. So we have cost driver per units. So the activities are purchasing materials, machine setups, inspections, and running machines. So ito yung activities na nadaanan ng isang product or per particular product. Okay, for the cost driver per unit, so in product A, we have 1,200 packs, while 2,000 packs kay B. Ayun sa machine setups, 20 for A, 50 for B. Inspections, okay, since a product undergo inspection, so ilang oras ba ang na-incur ng kada product? We have for product A, 300 hours, and for product B, 400 hours. Importante po ang inspections to prevent further liabilities kasi it is okay or it is suggested that we will discover the failure or internal failure inside pa before it could be sent to the customers. Kasi mas costly siya if ever hindi natin siya na-detect earlier at nabigay na natin kay customer. So, mas costly siya on the part of the company. That is why inspection is a must before natin siya i-distribute to the customers. Units produced for product A 1,000 and for machine B is 1,600. Okay, ito yung units produced niya. Now, ito yung activities, right? And these activities has different cost also. So we have here on the third chart, okay, ayan. So for purchasing of materials, we have 1 million. Machine setups, 4 million ang cost niya. Sa inspection, ang cost natin is 1.6. At ang running machines natin is 2 million. So, paano natin siya i-solve? The step 1 is we have to solve for the pool rate. Okay. The pool rate will be solved by having your estimated overhead cost divided by the number of cost of driver units. Okay. So here, on purchasing materials, we have 1 million divided by 40,000 packs. So therefore, the pool rates here is 250 pesos per purchasing materials. Now the machine setups, we have to do the same. Okay, so equal sign pa din. 4 million divided by 800 setups. Therefore, we have 5,000 pesos per setups. Okay, and the inspection hours, which cost 1,600,000 divided by 8,000 hours. Okay, therefore, there is 200 pesos per hour of inspection. Running machine, 2 million divided by 40,000 hours. Okay, so that's 50 pesos per hour. Let's check if tama ba yung mga natin, formula. Okay, so ito yung magiging basihan natin ng per natin, unit or per activity driver. Now, okay, it's time to allocate this cost to the product itself. Okay? So here, papaliitin ko lang siya konti. Ayan. So here, purchasing materials, i-allocate na natin yung amount niya to product A and B. Now, purchasing materials, ang magiging cost driver natin is number of packs. Tingnan natin sa given, ilan ba yung number of packs ni product A? So, number of packs ni product A is 1,200, while the number of packs of product B is 2,000 packs. Okay, eto na. So, magkano ba yung pull rate na active ng purchasing materials? That is 25. 25 ba? Okay, medyo siguro mali yung formula ko. Let's check. Okay. Ulit natin, baka sumobra yung 0. 1 million divided by 40,000 packs. Sumobra talaga yung 0. Naging 100 million siguro yun. So, that's 25 pesos per pack. Okay? So, product A. So, since ilan yung number of packs sa product A, 1,200. So, we have to multiply 1,200 times the cost per pool, or the pool rate, or the cost per pack is 25 pesos. So, for product A, meron siyang 30,000. And for product B, 2,000 packs times 25 pesos. Therefore, 50,000. To total natin siya by simply adding 30,000 plus 50,000. So, therefore, 80,000 for product A. For machine setups. Okay. Sa machine setups, magkano ba ang machine setup? 5,000 per setups. Now, tingnan natin kung ilan ba yung setups for product A. 20 setups, and for product B is 50 setups. Okay. So, 20 setups times cost per setup is 5,000. For product A, we have 100,000. For product B, 50 setups times 5,000. That is 250,000 for product B. Add natin yung dalawa to get the total. Okay, 250. That's 350,000. Now, let's proceed to the inspection. Inspection is for product A, 300 hours. For product B is 400 hours. Magkano yung pull rate for inspection natin? 200 per hour. Okay, so for product A, 300 times 200 pesos per hour. That's 60,000. For product B, ilan ba yung hour ni product B? 400 hours times 200. Be careful sa ano natin. Times 200. Careful sa formula. So that's 80,000. So yung total for this, both products, 60 plus 80,000 is 140,000. Ayun. So we are now on the last, running machines. Running machines for product A is 1,000 hours. For product B is 2,000 hours. Now magkano nga ang full rate ng running machine? 50 pesos per hour. Okay. So 1,000 per hour times 50 pesos per hour. Okay, that's for product A. And for product B, 2,000 hours times 50 pesos per hour. So that's 100,000. Okay, add natin 50 plus 100 is equal to 150,000. Okay, total na natin lahat ng overhead for product A by clicking AutoSum. Highlight muna natin. And then for product B, ayan, by clicking AutoSum for 80, and for the total, click AutoSum, that's 720,000. Now, we have now to solve the unit cost per overhead unit using the ABC costing. Kanina kasi, traditional costing yon. So, i-compare natin later, ano yung mas efficient way of allocating overhead cost. Now, for direct materials, the materials is 800 pa din for A and 1,200 for B. And for direct labor, 200 pesos per A and 364 B. Ayun, eto na lang yung kulang. So, eto naman yung overhead allocation using the activity-based costing. So, we have to get the per unit of per product. Now, the cost of overhead for product A is 240. So, we have to get the overhead per unit by simply dividing this total cost to the number of units produced. So if pagtatanong tayo, saan ba yung units produced na makikita ito? Machine A produce 1,000 units and machine B produce 1,600 units. Okay, so divide natin. 240 divide 1,000 units for product A. So they have 240 pesos overhead per unit for product A. While for product B, 480 divided by how many units? 1,600 units produced. So that's 300 pesos per unit. So ilalagay natin siya dito. For A, we have 240 and for B, we have 300. Total natin yung product cost niya. Ayan, so that's 1,240 and for B, 1,860. Okay, so here, the product cost using the AB costing for A is 1,240 and for B is 1,860. While the product cost using the traditional costing system is 1,300 for product A and 2,100 for product B. So, i-observe natin, saan ba yung mas higher product cost? Is it using AB costing or traditional costing? So, here, ang mas mataas na product cost will be the traditional costing, 1,300 and 2,100, while the AB costing is 1,002 and 1,008 lang. Okay, what does it explain? So kapag mababa kasi yung ano natin, costing, so meaning our cost natin, medyo efficient tayo. Okay? So while if mataas yung cost natin, mas mahirapan tayo on the selling price. Kasi nga, 'di ba, the demands of the consumer, they want the price to be low. Okay, but since in traditional costing, mataas na yung cost natin, hindi pa natin nalalagyan ng markup. So kapag lalagyan pa natin ng markup, mas magmamahal siya or tataas yung price. Wherein here in traditional costing, hindi siya masyadong mataas yung cost, kaya makakalagay tayo ng just markup and to have a average selling price lang at hindi masyadong somewhat higher. Okay? Bakit ba? Anong difference ng dalawa? Since same lang naman yung materials saka overhead nila. So, definitely, mas nagkaiba sila sa overhead unit. Okay? Mas maliit kasi yung overhead per unit ng ano natin, ng AB costing. It's because we allocated the overhead based on the activities na nadaanan niya. Purchasing, machine setups, inspections, and running machines. So therefore, mas better na gamitin natin yung AB costing kasi nga, it will really reveals the true worth or amount. Kasi AB costing is based on the activities undergone or underwent by a particular product. Okay? Kaya dito, 300. Dito for 240. So, parang overstated. Kasi nga, di ba, in traditional costing, nag-base lang tayo ng certain percentage on a certain direct labor cost. So, which somewhat hindi siya reliable kasi we only estimate. But here in AB costing, it's more reliable yung result niya. It's because we really divide or we really allocate the cost based on the activity underwent by a certain product. So that's the concept of ABC costing. So I hope that you've learned a lot from this topic and you can now answer your activities. So thank you and see you next meeting for the next video tutorial.